Imagine waking up every day to the same tired patterns, meetings that drain the life out of you, decisions that feel stuck in some outdated playbook, teams that don't see the big picture because they're trapped in their little corners of the world. Feel that frustration? The gnawing sense that leadership, the kind of leadership desperately needed today, isn't just missing, it's suffocating under layers of narrow minded thinking. This isn't just about bad managers or stubborn bosses. It's about a system designed to keep you small, to limit what you could be, to convince you that playing safe is winning. But you know it's not. You know that in a world spinning faster than ever, the old rules don't work anymore. The truth is, narrow-minded leadership is the silent killer of progress, innovation, and real impact. It's the reason brilliant ideas never get off the ground. It's the reason teams splinter, investors walk away, and founders burn out. Why? Because it's a mindset shackled by borders, by tribal loyalty, by a fear of the unknown. Leaders stuck inside those borders see the world through a pinhole and expect brilliance to fit neatly inside their tiny box. That's not leadership. That's a prison disguised as a throne. Now, what if there's another way? What if the antidote to narrow-minded leadership isn't just a new strategy, a fresh management tactic, or even another buzzword? What if it's something deeper, something far more powerful, a new identity, a new way of seeing yourself and everyone around you? Something called cosmopolitanism. Cosmopolitanism isn't just about traveling or knowing different cultures like a tourist. It's a radical, unstoppable mindset that tears down the walls governments, parties, and old systems build to keep us boxed in. It's about being a citizen of the world in the truest sense, which means recognizing that no flag, no nation, no hierarchy owns your mind or your potential. Your loyalty isn't to comfort or convention, it's to the boldest version of yourself, and the rare few who dare to remake reality with you. This is not some distant dream. It's the only way anyone with fire in their belly can lead today and tomorrow. Because here's the brutal truth we have to face. The world as it is, with its nations, its institutions, its rules, is a fragile illusion. The ideas of freedom, equality, progress we hold dear are all built on shaky promises. Yet, most leaders wake up and accept this as the only reality, never questioning the very systems they are supposed to change. They become cogs, obedient followers who reward conformity and punish the exceptional. And in this twisted game, real talent, the rare, the radical, the misunderstood, gets trapped, ignored, isolated. That isolation kills more potential than any competitor ever will. But cosmopolitan leadership burns through this isolation. It's the spark that lights a fire under a tired world, tearing open the door to new possibilities. It demands you break free from your inherited illusions, your conditioning, your fears, your small-minded assumptions, and step into a leadership role like no other. Not the role that keeps you safe in your bubble, but the role that challenges everything you thought you knew about power, influence, and success. Now, listen closely because this is where it gets intense. If you want to fix this, if you want to lead beyond the superficial, the safe, the ordinary, you have to start by unlearning everything. Unlearning the need to please every voice, the obsession with fitting in, the fixation on controlling every outcome. You have to become sovereign over your own mind and heart. Your will is your weapon. When you lead from that place, untied from old loyalties, you become unstoppable. Imagine what that means for your company, your vision, your ambition. But this isn't a call for reckless rebellion. It's a call for critical thinking, relentless questioning. Why do things work the way they do? Who decided these limits? What would the future look like if you threw out the rulebook and rewrote it based on what actually serves growth, creativity, and real human connection? This kind of leadership embraces complexity instead of fearing it. It seeks out those friction points where different ideas clash and uses that tension to create something new, not to tear down or conform. But here's the secret most leaders don't see. Transformation doesn't happen at the center. It happens on the edge, on the margins, where the few dare to reject comfort and consensus and burn brighter than the rest. These leaders don't sit behind polished desks issuing commands. They get their hands dirty. They embrace uncertainty. They build bridges across differences that everyone else insists are dangerous or impossible. And you know what? That's exactly where cosmopolitanism lives. It's the network, the connection, the language of these rare leaders. It's where misaligned brilliance suddenly becomes aligned power. It's a space crafted not for mass appeal, but for the few who dare to risk everything to reshape the future. Founders who refuse to build the same old startups. Investors who back ideas that challenge the status quo. Visionaries who see through the smoke and mirrors of politics and red tape. This kind of leadership doesn't ask for your agreement. It demands your authenticity. It calls on you to be selective about your alliances, to choose who you burn with, who you fight for. To form bonds based not on convenience or similarity, but on shared fire, shared purpose, shared refusal to settle for mediocrity. The power of cosmopolitan leadership is in these fierce complementary links, bridges built on trust, challenge, and a relentless spirit of becoming. The impact? It's revolutionary. When you lead cosmopolitanly, you unleash a force that defies every boundary holding you hostage. You create infrastructure for exceptionalism where there was only isolation before. You turn accusations of too different into badges of honor. Your team doesn't just follow, you inspire. Your investors don't just fund, they rally behind a mission that sees beyond annual returns to lasting transformation. Your influence doesn't just spread, it ignites. But cosmopolitanism also demands patience. Real change doesn't happen overnight. It's a long game. It's about playing chess while others play checkers. It's about endurance, resilience, and the refusal to be seduced by fast fixes that only mask deeper rot. It asks you to trust in a vision bigger than immediate profits or personal gain. A vision where your leadership echoes far beyond your lifetime. And make no mistake, you will face resistance. From within, from outside, from the voices telling you to conform, to obey, to shrink back. Real leadership is messy, uncomfortable, sometimes lonely, but the loneliness you feel isn't a failure. It's proof that you're on the right path. Because every truly transformative leader has walked it alone before they found their tribe. Here's the thing that no one tells you. The power to fix this world isn't missing. The brilliant minds, the bold souls, the radical hearts are out there. They're just waiting for someone like you to cross the invisible lines and forge connections that the system never built. When you make that leap, you won't just change your company or your industry. You'll join a movement that refuses to live by anyone else's rules. So, to every founder, investor, leader watching now, if there's that quiet tension inside you, that burning need to find a new reality where you don't have to fit the mold, don't ever silence it. Don't ever settle. The antidote to narrow-minded leadership isn't another training or hack. It's a fundamental shift in who you are and who you choose to lead with. Cosmopolitanism is your liberation, your weapon, your new identity. Don't just survive the system, transcend it. Build bridges where others erect walls. Connect the dots no one else sees. Be the rare spark in a world craving light. This isn't a slogan, it's a call. To become more, to break free, to lead differently. The future isn't waiting for permission. It's waiting for you to step up and claim it.